Hey there, everybody. It's Manny Cabrera. I am the Chief Instructor and Owner at Sidekicks Family Martial Arts Center, and I hope that you are having an amazing day. It's Thursday, May the 18th, and we're excited to talk about some really awesome stuff today. So we're going to wait a minute or two until we get some, let you guys kind of let this go through all the Facebook stuff it's supposed to, and then we'll get cranking. How's that sound? So we're going to talk today about what is your talent. And so I'm really, this I think is a great topic. I think for a lot of us, that we spend a little bit of extra time kind of wandering through our days sometimes. Some people do that. And so it primarily has a lot to do with for some of us at least, of not knowing, what it is that we're good at or, what we are, capable of doing. So we're going to give it another minute or so, and then we are going to get cracking. Cool? All right, so if you're here, just say hello to me. Let me know down in the comment section that you are excited and you are ready to rock and roll. All right, I am just trying to use my phone to get some, make sure that we are live. Everything is going good. Everything is set up properly. Alright, so it looks like we are live and we are okay there. Like I said, this is episode number 4. And if you are here, then do me a solid and let me know in the comment section. Just say, hey, I'm here. If you're from here in Tampa area, let me know. Tell me what's up. How you doing? Alright, so really, what we're going to do today is we're going to talk a little bit about what we are good at, what our talent is, and obviously, I want you to comment, I want you to like, I want you to ask questions during the video, and for anybody really that shares this video, you're going to receive a free talent worksheet, just so that you can help identify what your talents are, what the things that you're, really good at, and so about another 20 seconds, and then we're going to get cranking. Cool beans, cool beans. Hope that you're having an amazing day. Got a lot of great things going on here at Sidekicks. We're going to be moving to a new location pretty soon. And so hopefully I'm going to actually have a lot better lighting in my office, actually because I'm getting a window. So that's going to be pretty cool. So I'm really excited about that. All right, so let us go ahead and get cranking. So, for those of you guys who are just joining us, I want to welcome you to Powerful Days with Manny Cabrera. I am your host, Manny Cabrera. And if you don't know me, I am a lifelong martial artist, father of 3. I think of myself as a good husband, and I'm really excited to be with you guys today. I'm also the Chief Instructor and Owner at Sidekicks Family Martial Arts Center in Fishhawk, south of Brandon, and in Wesley Chapel, right off County Line Road, right at Mansfield. And so I'm excited to talk to you guys today because, one of the goals that we have is to make positive change in our community. And one of the ways we do that is by doing this show, specifically because we're excited to, really just share with you guys things that make us, some of the wisdom that we learn and do in the martial arts, with you. Even if you never even come and take a martial arts class with us, there's certainly a lot of value that you can get from listening to this. I'm also the co-host of the soon-to-be released podcast, How to Be a Black Belt at Life and Business, with my good friend David, who is a martial arts school owner down in Coral Springs. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on. I'm really excited. Tomorrow, I will actually I'll come to you guys live, probably a little later in the day. I'm going to come to you guys live from St. Pete Beach. I'm going to be over at an event over in St. Petersburg, and I think we'll just talk about our cool stuff, tomorrow from the beach. How's that sound? I think it sounds like a great idea. So, like I said, today's topic is we're going to talk about what is your talent? What is it that you are really, good at? What is the thing that, if, somebody mentions you, or somebody has a task and you're the one that they would think of right away. And as part of our martial arts program here at Sidekicks, we really focus on helping kids and adults really find out what their talents are. whether that be leadership or communication, or maybe they have natural athleticism. They're good at they're naturally good at the martial arts part. We help them identify those things because we want them really to focus on their talents. For a lot of us, especially in American culture, we spend an exorbitant amount of time really focusing on our weaknesses. And so it's kind of one of those things where, we spend more time on our weaknesses, on the things that are actually going to yield us less productivity and less or not as great results, and not as much time really zeroing in and focusing on the things that are what matters, what we are best at. Just like you, I used to work, on my, my weaknesses, and a lot of it had to do with with detail work. So I found out that I'm probably not the greatest person at the little, entering in things into the computer. Early on, I wasn't so great at balancing the checkbook and paying the bills and things like that in my own businesses. And then eventually I realized that wasn't what I was really good at. What I was really good at was doing this, was really into, conveying the information that's going to help people become the best version of themselves. I was really good at going around and helping kind of just to get the community energized, or get our tribe of martial arts students energized and really focused in on what the best things that they can do are. And so it's really the type of situation where I wasn't getting an opportunity to do a lot of that because I would be locked in my office trying to, make sure that the electric bill got paid on time. Which, sometimes when I was avoiding the task that I didn't like or wasn't really good at, would be basically waiting till I got the final notice, and then I would go get the unopened bill, and then go pay it, because I would avoid things and planning and stuff like that. And obviously, those kinds of situations, cost us extra money because we, obviously there's like late fees and stuff. Now, as a martial arts school owner, I try to focus 95% of my time on the things that I'm the most talented at. So I try to focus on that content creation. I try to focus on connecting with people through social media and going and talking to people out in the community, and talking and training my my amazingly talented staff at both of my gyms. I don't know why that we in our culture really focus on our weaknesses, because we want those to be, it's almost like if we feel like if we're good at the things that we're not good at, then that's going to make all the difference. Well, I realized that I needed to surround myself with people who were good at the jobs that I wasn't good at, and let them run with those things, because that was their wheelhouse. That was the thing that they were really talented at. So for you in your own personal life, you got to create hacks around those things that you're not necessarily the greatest at. For example, if, following up on, whether or not your kids have, cleaned their room up, gets you, frustrated and angry because you feel like you have to be, harping on them. Hey, go clean your room. Hey, go clean your room. Hey, go clean your room. Maybe there's a better system to facilitating that happening that involves some sort of rewards or, a tracking system, that might be something that you're good at, that they can follow, and not only they're going to exert their independence and their autonomy, but it helps alleviate a lot of the frustration that you have, because maybe the follow-up portion of a task isn't the thing that you feel like is your talent, so so it causes you a lot of frustration. So for in our business, the thing that we do is the things that I'm not necessarily good at, I delegate to others. I have an amazing team who takes care of all of the details that I'm not good at, so that I can be like on, talking to you guys on the show right now. So what is it that you can delegate as far as your weaknesses in your own life? Maybe yard work is not your talented. It's not your talent. Maybe you can figure out a way to get at least, maybe if it's not in the budgets, to do every week, maybe you could get a once a week, person to come, or once a month person to come, and maybe they take care of your lawn and stuff, so that you can really focus just a smaller amount of time on the details of just kind of maintaining it, as opposed to having to do all of the work yourself. There's a lot of different things that you can do if you're creative, and the vast majority of them, because I've been on Pinterest and looked at a lot of different stuff, really cost little or no money in order to be able to do those things, so that you can really spend your time focusing on the things that you are really talented at. Like maybe in your job, you don't have the ability to have an assistant. But you could come up with a hack for how to keep people from necessarily interrupting you every 5 minutes in your office. Who knows, or at your desk. Who knows what the situation is, but there's definitely ways that you can do it. But the first thing to do is identify what your talents are. And then the next step after that is really to find out if you're not doing a job, or you're not really getting the opportunity to do what your talent is because you're having to spend most of your time doing things that focus on your weaknesses. What are the steps that you're going to be able to do to kind of flip that around so that you focus on the things that you're good at as opposed to the things that are weak on you? So what we're going to do is we're just going to go through 3 steps that are going to help you determine what your talent is, so that you can kind of go to the next step, which is, well, how can you spend more of your time focusing on your talent that's going to get you the better results that you want in your life, as opposed to spending your time focusing on the things that you're weakest at. Maybe being self-directed at the gym isn't the thing that you are best at, but but it's not. Once you get into a group where somebody else is holding you accountable, maybe through like a group fitness program like our I Love Kickboxing class, maybe that's the situation where you will excel and thrive because you don't have to come up with a plan, because you're not really that great at organizing what your progress is going to be. Maybe meal prep isn't the thing that maybe meal prep is a little bit beyond you feel like your talent and your skill sets. Well, there are different companies out there that will that will help you to meal prep for you. They'll prepare the foods and deliver it to you. There's a couple of pretty great ones here in the Brandon area, as well as out in Wesley Chapel and all through Tampa Bay. If you're not just in near one of our schools. So let's go ahead and get through those 3 steps that are going to help you determine what your talent is. So first step is you got to write down what your 5 most talented traits are. What are the 5 things, or the 5 tasks that you do throughout the week that you feel like you are really good at? Like maybe if you're in sales, maybe you're really good at discovery. Maybe you're really good at sitting down and getting to know somebody and really connecting with them on a real and genuine level. Or maybe you're really good at organizing what the plan is going to be for the family for the next 4 or 5 days or the next 2 weeks. Maybe that's something that, maybe you're really good at planning. Just write down on a piece of paper. Like just take a sheet of paper, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, write those things, things down. I'm going to give you about 10 seconds to go ahead and start writing those down for you. And then, let's go, let's review those. I mean, I really am excited. What are some of the things that you write down that you feel like are your 5 most talented traits? What are the 5 things about you that you feel like are the greatest, that you either bring you joy or you feel like you're really good at them, and write those things down. Go ahead. 10 seconds. All right. So once you've written down what your 5, what you feel like your 5 most talent, what you think are the 5 things that you're really good at, the next thing to do is we got to review these. We got to seek outside help, because I don't know, about you, but sometimes I feel like I'm greatest thing since sliced bread, and maybe I need a little bit of humble pie. Maybe I need somebody to bring me down a level, or so to speak. So the thing that you would want to do next is review that list with your 5 closest friends. The 5 people who you feel are the people who drive you forward. Maybe not the people who are a couple of chuckleheads. Maybe you would avoid, talking to them about your 5, because maybe they'll clown you too much. But, 5 people who you think you can depend on to give you the truth and to take you seriously on your journey of personal development. And so sit down and review them with you, and why you think that those 5 things are what your strengths are, what your talent is. And then really ask them to pick the one thing that is your number 1 talent. And chances are, if you shine in a lot of, in specific ways, there, maybe not all 5 of them, but a majority of them, at least 3, might pick the 5, might pick something that, all pick the same thing. And in that instance, well, what do you do next? Well, next you try to find out, okay, what things am I, what things do I do during my day currently that really focus on that talent? And if those are the productive things in your life or productive things in your job, how can you mold more of your day to focus on those things? So, for example, one of the things I am really good at is, helping convey these ideas of personal development to other people. And so I'm looking, I focus my day on finding more and more ways to communicate with more and more people. And so a lot of what I do now, as opposed to just teaching the classes that I can personally teach, I have a great team of people here at Sidekicks in Fishhawk and in Wesley Chapel who teach all the classes, but I do write the lessons. And so the information that we're sharing is that we're sharing it to more people and more of our members than I would be able to reach all by myself. And so I'm really excited because it's almost like a force multiplier. So I'm really focusing on this one specific portion of my day and getting a lot more results out of it. So that's for me personally. What is your number one talent? What is your thing that you find? Let me know in the comments section. I'm really excited to hear what it is that you are really, really good at and what you can, what you feel like you can do in order to kind of really accelerate, spending more of your day, spending more of your time focusing on that. So instead of spending 5% of your time on that, spend 95% of your time on it. Again, like I said, for everyone that shares, this video, I will send you the talent worksheet. What is your talent? Like I said, you could probably just do it with your paper, but I'll be happy to send you a little worksheet that's what your 5 most talented traits are. Let me know in the comments section what you find out. All right, we'll be back tomorrow. Like I said, probably a little after 3 o'clock tomorrow because I'm going to be in a conference all day over on the beach at the Serrata Resort. And I hope you have a powerful day. No, I don't hope you have a powerful day. Let's make it a powerful day.